Good Wednesday morning. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Which just feels so weird because normally football's over on Monday. So Tuesday would be the morning. And technically football wasn't over on Monday. It was over on Tuesday. So Wednesday's now the morning this week. I don't think it will be the same next week. I'm pretty sure it's not this next week. But pretty crazy week as far as it goes in the NFL. I'm pretty sure this is my worst week of picks. Like I hit the worst, if that makes sense. I didn't do too good in the picks. The first week I think I missed 3 or 4 games. The second week I missed 3 or 4 games. I know it was 21. We were 21 out of 28 games. We got 21 right, 28 out of 28. So we missed 7 for 2 weeks. No joke, for 2 weeks. I think I have at least half of that or more this week because of how crazy it was this week. I mean, it was not just crazy because of NFL, but man. Do we even talk about Spider-Man? Because now it's a week over. Now we could talk spoilers. I don't mind talking spoilers. If you haven't watched it by now, it's kind of on you. So we had Thursday night football, right? Did we have football Friday? No, that was college football. Thursday night football, Saturday football, Sunday football, Monday football, Tuesday football. That's pretty crazy. That's a decent amount. That's a decent amount of football days. If they could do that normally, that'd be pretty amazing. But I don't think they would. I mean, I'm sure they would want more days, but I don't think they can just because of the way it works normally. But yeah, so we had football that same day that there was football. I went and saw Spider-Man. And like I said, if you haven't watched it by now, then you should probably just dip because I'm about to get into the spoilers. And that shit was crazy because first and foremost, you know, obviously it starts off from leaving off from No Way Home. Or not No Way Home, Far From Home. So it starts off like the end of Far From Home, or you know, that reveal and shit and whatever, and then pretty much it goes pretty quickly right into the immediate fallout of that and all that, and we see your boy Matt Murdock from Netflix hopping into the MCU for the first time. So that was pretty crazy, especially because we had just seen Kingpin on the Wednesday, the day right before, in Hawkeye make an appearance. Kingpin was in the Hawkeye appearance in the 3rd episode, and if you haven't seen today's episode, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for you right now anyways, because you should have seen it already, and I don't really care. 9:47 a.m., you should have already watched it. I watched it as soon as I woke up, 4 a.m. Damn near the episode today, it starts off with Kingpin, and I was actually thinking in today's Hawkeye episode, we might even see Daredevil, because since I was like, bro, they introduced Matt Murdock into the Spider-Man movie, so he's in the MCU already. Kingpin's in the MCU already, so are they gonna just bring Matt Murdock and Daredevil into the Hawkeye show now, into this to like try to? I don't know, but they didn't. So I mean, I think what they did was pretty smart because it left out Spider-Man, it left out Daredevil, it finished Hawkeye's little story off and passing the torch to Kate Bishop, and it finished her tie-up story with her mom and her stepdad or whatever, and Echo. So now we get to see where Echo show's about to go and all that, and it tied back to the comic book pretty well too. So it's like, damn, that pretty dope the way they tie all these different comics together, and like they pull from this comic story and that comic story to add and make a whole new movie story. But so whatever, we see Matt Murdock, boom. Then we go into it. We see Peter, you know, wanting to change what's going on and basically asking Strange for help. Ask Strange for help. Peter messes up. Strange messes up. Whoever the hell it was, both mess it up. And then we see all these bad guys just start appearing out of nowhere when Peter's trying to help his friends get into school and shit because they can't, because there's no Spider-Man affiliates. And so they start appearing out of nowhere. Boom, boom, boom. He one by one has to catch them and like catch them and like keep them in like a pretty much like a magic prison just so he could transport them back to their planet. And then right before that happens, he ends up deciding not to transport them back to their planet because he thinks that they're going to die. Or not that he thinks they're going to die. He knows that they're going to die, which not all of them do die because they don't come in from when they die. They actually come in from the moment that they find out Peter Parker dies. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So technically, not all of them die. And so whatever. Boom. Fast forward. Peter's trying to help them. Goblin goes crazy. Kills Aunt May. Doesn't want to be fucking helped. But he already helped Dr. Octopus become back to normal. Like, he put a new microinhibitor chip, whatever the fuck he called it, in his fucking head so that he's back to normal. The other ones weren't able to get back to normal because they were interrupted. So what happens? They get in a big fight. Boom, boom. Green Goblin kills Aunt May. Peter's pretty much feeling like shit, like being Spider-Man sucks, and he's like, he runs off and like is, you know, MIA for a little bit. So what happens? Your boy Ned, which is really his boy, and MJ are at Ned's house, and I don't remember how exactly Ned got the damn sling ring or what exactly happened with that, but Ned had the sling ring, and he's like, oh, like just talking, he's like, I wish I could find Peter Parker or some shit. He says some shit like that, and the sling ring opens like a small little portal for like half a second and closes, and he's like, oh shit, like I could do magic now because, you know, it's just that easy for Ned. It's like he's a Mary Sue but reversed or whatever you would call it. Anyways, this is so off topic from the NFL topic, but let's just fast forward and talk about it because I wanted to talk about it. So anyways, boom, boom, boom. He opens another portal and he's like, I want to see Peter Parker. And it is Peter Parker, just not his Peter Parker. Who Peter Parker? Andrew Garfield Peter Parker. And that shit was insane, son. My theater went nuts. When that happened, my theater went nuts. Like, they fucking lost their mind. As they should, because it was a fucking iconic moment. I fucking went nuts, too. I was like, oh, man, they really did this, huh? They really fucking did it. I mean, everyone knew that it was going to happen. Everyone expected it to happen. Like, everyone, it was a very well-known secret, you know what I'm saying, that this was going to be this. But I, for myself, didn't put the expectation. I was like, nah, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Like, you know, you don't want to have high expectations because that's what happened to me in WandaVision. I thought it was going to have a much more interesting ending story to my, like, at least from my opinion, and I thought, you know, which now looking in hindsight, it would have, but for some reason they cut it and they added it to the end of Spider-Man, like in the second cutscene. So whatever, I guess instead of getting WandaVision, so it would have been good, but whatever. So then they're like, okay, this is not my Spider-Man. Let's try to find my Spider-Man again. So they open a second portal and they find Spider-Man, but again, not their Spider-Man. It's fucking Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So my theater goes nuts again. Boom. Ah, you know, everyone's going nuts as they should. And so then they're like thinking like, oh fuck, like where's our Spider-Man? And MJ's like, oh, I know where he's at. I know where to go. And it's obviously the spot that he and her are at earlier in the movie in the beginning when they're laying down, kissing or whatever the hell they're doing, like showing each other that they got each other's back type shit. So they find him there and they give him a Spider-Man pep talk with the other two Spider-Mans, and he's like down because of MJ. He's like, I mean, because of Aunt May dying. He's like, oh, you don't understand what it's like. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we know exactly what it's like. You know, we both lost Uncle Ben, blah, blah, whatever. So they get in that. Then they work together to make the cures and fixes for all the Sinister Six or whatever you want to call it. And it is a Sinister Six, and I'll get into that later or in a little bit too. So they make the cures, fast forward, they go fight the guys, or they go like see where the guys are, and they meet up with them. Actually, I lied. This is how it goes down. Peter sends a social media fucking mass video from I don't know which one it was, but he basically produced a video with his phone and made them like come to the Statue of Liberty where he was at so they could have a big fight at the end. And while doing that, what was it? That? No, yeah, basically, so yeah, they come there, and when they come there, they all start fighting, whatever. It's basically Lizard, Sandman, and Electro fighting at the moment. You don't see Dr. Octopus and Goblin. They're not there at the moment. And so whatever, they get Sandman separated and by himself with Tobey Maguire in the top. They cure him with the sand thing and whatever. He goes back to normal. Boom. Then they start fighting Electro. They're trying to get Electro because he's like the strongest one at that point. So they're like, all right, we got to get him next because at this point he's just too strong, and we need to put him down. And he's pretty much just beating all 3 Spider-Mans up. They can't get it done, and Dr. Octopus comes out of nowhere, trying to help him, almost like, oh, don't worry, I'll finish them. Like, leave them to me. I want to kill them. And really, he's just bullshitting. He's trying to just throw him off, and then he turns around and takes the little arc reactor off and whatever. Then helps helps the other Spider-Man beat Electro and whatever the hell you want to say, cure him or fix him, whatever you want to say, because it's not really a cure. It's more of just like a little lock on his electric powers that they put on him so that he can't use it. And then who's after that? Right after that, they cure the Lizard, and right when they cure the Lizard, or while they're curing the Lizard, I should say, like while they're trying to cure the Lizard because they're all fighting him and stuff like that, Ned opens a portal, attempting to do something to open the portal. I forgot what he wanted to open the portal for. And when he does that, Doctor Strange comes out and sees that, they're fucking healing all the other people and all that shit. And he's like, oh, that's cool that you're healing them and trying to fix them, but they still got to go back to their universes, and we got to do this shit right now. So he gets the box, and when he gets the box, he's trying to throw them back in their universes, and that's when the Green Goblin comes, throws a bunch of goblin bombs at them, blows up this shit, grabs the box, throws the fucking bomb in the box, and throws the box back at them. Or he didn't throw it back at them, but Doctor Strange pulled it back, and when he pulled it back, it's a bomb inside, and fucking it blows up the whole thing. And that's when you see the scene. That's where you see the scene of MJ falling down and pretty much about to die, but she's saved by Peter. And it almost looks like it's gonna be Tom Holland's Peter, but then Goblin's glider comes out of nowhere with Goblin and smacks Peter, Tom Holland, out of the way, and it's like, oh no, she's gonna die. But then my boy Andrew Garfield gets his redemption arc and saves MJ, and has like a little moment there with himself of like tearing up and like pretty much like, I guess, redeeming himself in his own eyes. Like, yes, I was able to save this one, even though I didn't get to save Gwen Stacy. So that was cool. I told you it's gonna be a real spoiler one. I told you it's gonna be a spoiler one. Like, I'm definitely gonna go into great detail of what happened. So whatever, he saves her. The thing blows up. The shield falls. After that, they already cured the Lizard. They already cured Salmon, and they already cured Electro. So and they had already cured Dr. Octopus at the apartment when they first were trying to do it before Aunt May died. So technically, that's all of them except for Goblin, right? Goblin is on the Captain America shield with Tom Holland Spider-Man, and he's pretty much like in a fight with Spider-Man, but like he's pretty much like taunting him to kill him. Like he's not really fighting back. He's just like, yeah, come kill me. Like pretty much like how, what's his name? Emperor Palpatine. Holy shit, I fucking couldn't talk for a second. Pretty much like how Emperor Palpatine would do to Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. Like, yeah, kill me. Like, I want you to kill me, let your hate flow and become stronger in the dark side. You know what I mean? That's what he was trying to do to Peter Parker, make him part of the dark side, which was pretty crazy intense because Tom Holland, was gonna do it. Like, he literally picked up his glider. He beat him to shit. Like, he beat the shit out of him first, and then picked up his glider with the knife and was about to stab him with the glider that has the, the sharpened shit. And then what happened after that was Tobey Maguire steps in the way and pretty much fucking doesn't get stabbed, but he just grabs the fucking glider and is like holding it and like, you don't want to do this, you don't want to go down this path, like this is not you, blah blah blah, and like trying to convince him to to be Spider-Man and not be evil or whatever. And while he's doing that, Goblin has a knife and stabs him in the fucking side. And so they make you think Tobey Maguire's dead and that Spider-Man's dead. And it's like, oh shit, they did not just kill our fucking OG Spider-Man, did they? Like, are you kidding me? Like a fucking Miles Morales story, which is funny because they actually talk about Miles Morales a little bit. Like, they not talk about it, but they hint at him being around. And so, boom, 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 boom. Toby's down. Peter Parker realizes he needs to relax, or Tom Holland's Peter Parker needs to, realizes he needs to come to his senses. And Andrew Garfield throws the cure. Tom Holland grabs it midair, stabs Green Goblin in the neck with it, and cures him from his goblin persona, and basically Norman Osborn comes back as his own personality, and it's no longer the goblin. And then we see Toby on the floor stabbed and shit like that. But don't forget, meanwhile, while this is happening, the bomb that just exploded was inside the cube that had all the fucking multiverse bullshit in there. So when that cube exploded, that's when you see the purple in the sky, because the multiverse is ripping open, kind of like it did in the Loki show when we saw the purple sky when they were in the fucking end of time scene and shit like that, and they killed Kang the Conqueror. Or not the Conqueror, but Kang, the version that was He Who Remains, because that's who that was. That was He Who Remains version of, that was the Kang, that was He Who Remained Kang. That's that one. But, you know, there's Kang the Conqueror, there's Kang this, there's Ironclad or Iron Lad, you know. So we got to see how this is going to play out and shit. But, so yeah, they opened the multiverse, and I don't know if it was the multiverse or if it was just the Spider-Verse. And I say that because the characters that are in the sky that you could see, because you can't really see them very well when the shit opens, like the background is purple and the characters are blue, so they kind of blend in. It's really hard to tell who the hell it is, but it all looked like Spider-Man bad guys, like Spider-Man villains, or like, you know, other Spider-Man characters. So it's like, I don't know if it was a multi-verse rip or if it's just like, oh, this is Into the Spider-Verse rip, which is still multiverse, but, you know, just specific to Spider-Man only. And I say that because we know Sony and Marvel are not going to stay together for much longer and shit. And, well, not that I wouldn't say much longer, but, you know, they're not going to stay together forever creating these movies. And so I think what that was to have a reason to have Into the Spider-Verse live action, which I think that's what's coming next, or what's coming up with him and that trilogy, because I guess he has another trilogy with Sony that he's doing, Tom Holland. But we'll see, because the only way to fix that multiverse rip, or that Spider-Verse rip, is by undoing the spell, or not undoing it, but doing it correctly. Because the problem was that Tom Holland Spider-Man wanted to everyone to like not know he was Peter Parker. Like, oh, I don't want people to know Spider-Man's Peter Parker except the people who know me personally, like MJ, Ned, Aunt May, Happy, all these people, right? And that's what caused the problem. So to fix the multiverse rip that happened with the Green Goblin bomb exploding the cube, he had to do a new spell that anyone who knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man has to forget. Doesn't matter who it is, everyone. And that's the only way it will fix it. And so that's pretty much what happens. They all forget he's Spider-Man. Strange sends everyone back to their dimension, or their multiverse, whatever you want to call it, their universe, whatever, their universe. And so that's that, right? And we only had 5 bad guys there. You got to remember, we only had 5 there, but there were still 6. There was still 6, but we'll talk about the last one. So whatever. Then after that, no one remembers Peter Parker. He goes to the store where MJ is working, and he sees her there working and shit, and he sees Ned and her talking. They're still good friends, and they both are in MIT, and they're, you know, living a good life. So he's like, you know what, I'm not going to bother them. I'm going to let them live their good life, and I'm going to keep them forgetting that I'm Spider-Man, because he told them, don't worry, I'm going to make you guys remember I'm Spider-Man once this is over, like once the spell's done, so that, you know, we could still be friends and still be together, but I have to do the spell so that I could undo what I did throughout this whole movie. You know, he pretty much fucked up bad. So instead of telling them, he just decides not to tell them, and he basically goes to an apartment that looks very similar to Tobey Maguire's apartment in that Spider-Verse, and he creates a new suit that has, you know, no tech, no Stark tech, no nothing. It's a blue and red normal Spidey suit, like his OG suit, and it's pretty much him turning into the Spider-Man that we know from the comics, like almost Tobey Maguire and Amazing Spider-Man. Pretty much now he's on his own. He has no friends, no family, and he's just, you know, listening to fucking police scanners doing local neighborhood Spider-Man shit. And that's pretty much how it ends, like that, with him swinging in that. Fast forward to the first cutscene, though. The first cutscene is a continuation of another cutscene from another movie that, if you haven't seen, I don't know what the hell you're doing, because it's been out for so long. But it's called Venom 2. And in the cutscene in Venom 2, he's transported at the end to the MCU. And Venom notices who, Spider-Man is. Cut to the cutscene in No Way Home. Venom was in the fucking MCU the whole time, and he was the sixth member of the Sinister Six, but he didn't care to get involved because he was getting drunk on a beach in Mexico. That's where our sixth villain was in Sinister Six. He was literally on a beach in Mexico getting drunk. So, and I don't know if they did that because they want to keep him like anti-hero, like they want to keep him like a good guy but not bad guy, because in his version, Tom Hardy's version, he's not a bad guy, he's the good guy. Venom is a alien that eats humans, but he's being like contained and shit like that, by Eddie Brock to be a good one. So I think that's why they didn't want to do that, because like, oh, why the hell would Eddie Brock and Venom want to fight him for no reason, especially when this symbiote Venom hasn't had an issue with that Spider-Man. The one that had an issue was the one from New York, the Tobey Maguire one, So I think they're like, you know what, we're just gonna have him here, and we're gonna do something like this so that we could bring Venom in later. And so what happened was, instead of using Tom Hardy as a bad guy, they just said, okay, we're gonna put him on the beach and getting drunk. And so that's what happened. He was getting drunk on the beach, and right before he gets teleported back to his universe from the second spell from Doctor Strange at the end of the movie, there's a tiny little bit of venom that jumps off of him. And as you know in the movie Carnage, Let There Be Carnage, once a little drop jumps off him into someone else, he could become a venom suit or whatever, a symbiote suit. So who that's gonna be, I don't know, because the only person there was a fucking bartender, and I doubt that the bartender is gonna be it, because like, I mean, yeah, sure, I guess that'd be cool to have a Mexican Venom, but it would be a complete new character of Venom, unless they say this is someone like some Mexican character that's a Marvel character that somehow became Venom. That they're just gonna use that name from a character, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure of any Marvel characters that were from Mexico. That's why I'm saying that. But if they're able to find one, like a character, and just readjust what he was to being Venom now, I don't mind that. But I think what happened is it's gonna hop on the bartender and travel to someone else, and maybe you will find a Eddie Brock in Tom Holland's universe now that becomes the new Venom in that one. Which I think is weird, because I kind of thought, since it's Sony, they were going to merge all that, but whatever. So that's the first post-credit scene. The second post-credit scene is what would have been the post-credit scene in WandaVision, but they saved it for this because this had way more implications, and I understand why now, because, okay, they opened the multiverse up even more now in this movie, so it's like, okay, yeah, save it. Plus, the way Loki went and everything, like, you got to think about it. You have WandaVision fucking with the multiverse. You have Loki fucking with the multiverse. Then you got now Spider-Man fucking with the multiverse. That's why in the next Doctor Strange movie, it's called Multiverse of Madness, because they messed with this so much that in the next movie, and if you watch the trailer or the end clip or whatever you want to call it, the end credit scene, you would see that shit looks crazy, dude. It literally looks like they're merging so many different IP universes. Like, I'm not joking, but it looks like they pulled from What If, the show What If, which I had a feeling that Doctor Strange was going to come into it. I don't know if it is him, but I had a feeling it was going to be him. And if it is him, then that's just insane that they were able to do that. But yeah, it definitely looks like the Multiverse of Madness is going to be connecting a lot of different shit, and maybe even different like IPs and shit from Sony, from Netflix, from ABC or whatever that was, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I forgot where it first started, but anyways. Oh, that's right. I do have to connect my headset, because otherwise it does this. Okay, grab the headset. Now we're on to the NFL. Oh, wow. The Eagles won last night. Good shit, man. Good shit. I fell asleep to that game. I didn't get to finish watching it. Well, that's my first spoiler. I mean, even though most games that I know I got wrong, I already watched, so I already know the result. Hold on, give me a second here. Alright. Plug that in. Now I got to plug on the headset. All right. So if you want me to say it the right way, it would be Chiefs. It would be Chiefs, Browns, Patriots, Washington football team, Cowboys, Cardinals, Texans. Okay, my shit's going way too fast right now. Washington football team, Patriots, Browns, Chargers, Chiefs. That's backwards, so if you want me to say it the right way, it would be Chiefs. Chiefs. All right, so the first game, I chose Chiefs over Chargers, and I'm pretty sure, 100% sure that I got that one right. Pretty sure Chiefs spanked the Chargers. All right, maybe not spanked, but I'm pretty sure they won that game. What week was it? We're in week what? I forgot what week we're in, man. 15, okay. Yeah, we're in week 15. Why is it showing Sunday games? See more. I want to see all of week 15. We want to see all of week 15. There we go. Pull up all of week 15. And so we're going to start with Thursday night football. Yeah, you see, like I said, I don't think it was a spanking. And it wasn't. It wasn't a spanking. Chiefs won 34-28 in overtime. And I think the Chiefs were actually losing that game, and I was actually like pissed off. Yeah, I remember I was playing Xbox with Boss Major, and I was like, damn, bro, I was pissed off. That's why I wasn't watching the game, because they were losing. I'm like, there's no way. But Chiefs pulled it off. All right, so. Damn, hold on, I'm trying to take off this other mic. Give me a second here. This damn mic. All right, perfect. Now we're good to go. All right, so Chiefs versus Chargers. It was 34-28. That is one we got right. Let's hear our next pick. It would be Chiefs, Browns, Patriots. I said Chiefs, Browns, Patriots. Okay. Patriots is our first one that we got wrong. Why the hell was the Browns... Oh, that's right, because they removed... Okay, yeah. The Browns game was supposed to be on Saturday, but because of the weather over there and because of, I think, Corona or whatever, they moved it to Monday night. Okay, that makes sense. What did I say? So technically, the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Patriots. I said Browns and Patriots, both of those teams lost, so we're already fucking 2 out of 3 wrong. I'm telling you, this was my worst week so far. See, look right there. Chiefs, Patriots, Browns. Browns lost by 2 points. That was a bad game too, man. All right, on to the next, man. Nothing we could do. 2 out of 3. Let's see how much more we get wrong. Should be fun. Washington football team, Cowboys, Dolphins, Cardinals, Texans. Hold on. This is going way too fast. Washington football team, Patriots, Browns, Chargers. Chiefs. That's backwards, so if you want me to say it the right way, it would be Chiefs. It would be Chiefs, Browns, Patriots, Washington football team, Cowboys. Okay, Washington football team, Cowboys. I don't see the Washington football team game here, so that must have been another one they rescheduled. Cowboys, I was right about the Cowboys. Dolphins, I was right about the Dolphins. So now we're 3 out of 6. That I got right. No, 3 out of 5? Yeah, 3 out of 5 that I got right. Dolphins, Cardinals. I said Cardinals, huh? I picked Cardinals. Boy, was I wrong. Cardinals got smacked by the fucking garbage-ass Detroit Lions. Makes no sense. Lions were 1-11. Cardinals were 10-3. How the hell does that happen? I'll tell you how. The NFL. See, games like that, where that happens, to me, there's no way you could convince me that the NFL didn't make that happen so that they can win money from people who will gamble on the games and say, Cardinals are 100% going to win this game. This is easy free money. I'm going to bet on this game. Let me make some money, right? Because that's how it is sometimes. When you see a team that's so good, you automatically think, this team is garbage. They've only won one game. This team is good. They only lost 3 games. There's no way that this one will beat this one. Let me bet a bunch of money on it. There's no way you're going to convince me, especially because it happened twice this weekend. All right, so we went Cardinals. Cardinals lost. Did I already say the Texans? I think I might say it right here. Texans, Bills. Yeah, Texans was my pick, and Texans did win. So we got 1 game right, 1 game wrong, 1 game right, 1 game right. So that's 3 out of 4 right there. And then 3 out of 5, 4 out of 6. And then when we get to the Browns game, it'll even out because that's where that is coming from, the other one that I was talking about. Okay. Titans. I said Texans, Bills, Titans, right? Texans, Bills, Titans. Texans, Bills, Titans. Texans won. Bills won. And Titans did not win. They lost. So that's 5 out of 9 games that I got right. So far we're down 4. And Jeesh. 49ers, Bengals, okay. Let's see. 49ers, I think we got right. 49ers, Bengals, we got right as well. Yay. So we're evening out. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's see what we get here with the Green Bay. Bengals, Packers, Rams, Buccaneers. Packers, Rams, Buccaneers. Packers, we got right. Rams, we also got right. Buccaneers, we got wrong. That's the other game that I was talking about. The Saints were 6-7. The Buccaneers are 10-3. Right? So if you're looking at that game, yeah, okay, they won 6 games, but they lost 7 games. So you're thinking, all right, they're not great. They're not terrible, but they're not great. Buccaneers have only lost 3 games, won 10. By that math, I'm thinking this team should beat the other one easily. What happens? A 9-0 game? Come on, man. 9-0? Ain't no way you're convincing me. Ain't no way you're convincing me that's real. Ain't no way you're convincing me that's real. And I hate the Buccaneers, but it's just, it is what it is. So what did I pick for these games? Let's see. Vikings. We are so far, we're 21 Vikings, okay? The Browns game I got wrong. That was the one that was rescheduled. That's why he's down here now. I had said the Browns were going to get it, and Raiders got it, unfortunately. Vikings game, Vikings did win. So we got Washington. I said Washington, so I lost. All right. So we got 1 here right, 1 wrong. That's 2 out of 2. 1 out of 2. Trying to do the math. Damn, I'm telling you, this has been my worst week in picks by far. Holy shit. So out of those 2 games, then out of these 2 games, only 1 right. So technically 2 out of 4. Three out of 6. 6 out of 9 right there. 6 out of 9. Oh, no, I lied. Not 6 out of 9. 6 out of 10. Yeah, because this game I got wrong. This game is the one I got right. Okay, so 6 out of 10 right. That's fucking disgusting. Oh, my God. And then we got the Texans, so that's 7 out of 11. Cardinals we got wrong, so that's 7 out of 12. This frame we got, so that's 8 out of 13. 9 out of 14. How many fucking games were there? There were 16 games this week, huh? Yeah, because that's it. No more bye weeks for anyone. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So, then I got that wrong. So that's what? 9 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16 games. So that was like 9 out of 15 up there, right? This is 9 out of 15. So I got 10 out of 16 games right. 10 out of 16 games right. And out of 2 weeks, the most I got wrong was 7. Like I told you, man, I knew it. I said this week I either doubled or even matched my fucking 2-week number. Or not doubled, I meant half. I either went half or maybe even got to the full. That's crazy. So we're out of 3 weeks now. Out of 3 weeks, I got 13 games wrong. Fuck. That's not a good ratio. I was doing good in the beginning. This week fucked me up. I don't know. I just didn't see. I didn't see the Patriots losing this. I definitely didn't see the Cardinals losing this. I definitely didn't see the Titans losing this. I definitely didn't see the Buccaneers losing this. And I definitely didn't see. Well, this one I knew was going to be pretty close. The Browns and Raiders. I was like, this could go either way. I said that. This one, I thought the Washington was going to win. I don't know why, to be honest, why I thought that. I think just because I didn't really know about what either team was bringing in terms of players and who's hurt and who's not and whatever, stuff like that. But damn, bro, that's crazy, bro. 10 games right out of 16. I feel like a bozo. Especially because I did so well the first 2 weeks, bro. I got 3 games 1 week, 4 games the other. So I was like, damn, okay, that's not that bad. This one, I said, nah, we're going to try to go for 7. Almost did. Almost did because of this game right here. The Packers game. Imagine if the fucking Ravens won that. I would have gone 7 games. That would have been crazy. I would have got 9 out of 7 or 9 out of 16. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. And so today is what, Wednesday. Tomorrow would be Thursday. Tomorrow I'll pick for the week coming up. Thursday night games, Saturday games, Sundays, Mondays, and whatever reschedules they have. I guess we'll see what happens with that. I don't know if they do. But yeah, that's it for the picks. That's it for the NFL weekly picks, at least. I'm probably gonna hop on right now, like switch over to Call of Duty. I already beat the campaign of Halo. I may play some Halo multiplayer. The problem with Halo multiplayer is that no one I really know plays it, and so unless the people that I'm playing with that are randoms have mics, it's kind of like no interactions, and that shit's boring. At least with Call of Duty, even if my team doesn't have mics, I get interactions through death comms and shit like that. So something to be entertained by. But anyways, what are they saying over here? Rams win 3rd straight game in tight race at the top of it. I got the fucking NFL Network on the TV right next to me. I was trying to see what the hell they were talking about this morning. But I've also been trying to watch Christmas movies because I love Christmas movies. And Christmas is literally like right down the fucking street, man. That shit's crazy. Literally, man. Friday the 24th, right? Yeah, I was supposed to leave Friday the 24th to go up to Tallahassee to spend it with my fam in Tallahassee, obviously, till the 29th and shit. Nice little week vacation, but we'll see how that goes because they're a little bit crazy. I don't know what the fuck. I may not end up doing that, even though I already paid for a hotel. You know how shit is with crazy family. But anyways, if you want to stay tuned, I'm probably going to hop on COD and try to shit on some kids or get shit on. We'll see how it goes. Until then, until we meet again, the Terpolini Grangini is stepping off the Mike Gini to play his McGinney. Let's see if this thing even opens up. Or, actually, it's right here, right? What am I doing? Oh, motherfucker. Open sesame, bitch. Alright. Terps out. For now. For now. Just for now. Just a little bit longer.